Welcome back to Market Day Report. I'm Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Thank you very much for tuning us in here. It's the last time we're going to get together, isn't it? Oh, don't be so sad. I'll be back tomorrow. That might make you sad. Who knows? But let's take a look at what we've got at the top of this hour. 1 Central, 2 Eastern. Let the clock do the walking for you. Stay right where you're at. That's the Cow Guy close. I've already started working on it here today. We got a great show. I love when I get some days off like we just did. There's tons to pour over. So we've got 3 great guests and 3 great subjects, and I want to see you there. I've tweeted about them already. And that's the Cow Guy Close, 1 Central, 2 Eastern, right here on this channel. Now, if you've got something to do and you got to be pulled away, I understand that. Try to DVR it. If you can't do that, well, we put it on the radio 3 times. You get the chance to choose one of those 3 times to catch up with the show. We start in late afternoon, early evening at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. And that's Sirius XM channel 147, rural radio, right? And on the same channel, again, Sirius XM channel 147, we put it on at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. And then, again, one more time for you night owls, 2 a.m. Central tomorrow morning, 3 a.m. Eastern, in the middle of our snow here in Nashville. And again, that's all on rural radio, Sirius XM channel 147. 3 places to listen, 1 place to watch. Watching's going to be more fun. So let's see you there again. Cow Guy Close, 1 Central, 2 Eastern, top of the hour. All right, I'll see you there. Let's move along and see what we've got going on in the markets. I'm going to rip through these quickly so we can get to our guest analysts. We've got corn coming up here, up 7 cents up front, 503 1/4 last, a penny off the highs there. That's March. July's up 7 3/4 cents to 519. That's a penny off the high in July. Deese is up 5 1/4 cents to 478 1/4. That's just a half cent off the high there in new crop Deese. Moving along, let's go to the beans. We got about a 5-cent rally in beans. March is up 4 3/4 cents to 1040 3/4, a penny off the high. And we've had about a 16-cent range. We've got a July board up 5 1/4 cents to 1073 1/2. And SEP, that's up 6 1/2 cents to 1056 1/2, just to tick off the high of the day in SEP. Let's go to the Chicago wheat market. Chicago wheat's up 7 1/2 cents in March, 607 1/2 last there. July's up 7 1/4 cents to 632 1/2. We've got a Deese board up 7 cents to 662 1/4. Let's move out to see what the hard red's got for us. 8 1/2 cents better in the Minneapolis hard red. That's March. 629 3/4 is the price. That's just to tick off the high of the day. We've had a 16-cent range. Go all the way out to the new crop Deese, 9 1/2 cents better there. 681 is just a tick off the high of the day out there. That's the hard red in Kansas City. Spring wheat, Minneapolis, 9 1/4 cents better in that March contract. All green on the screen here, folks. 642 3/4 is last. That's a new high of the day. And Deese all the way out the curve, 6 cents better there. 692 1/4 is last, and that's a half cent off the highs. All good here. Even cotton's higher, 45 ticks higher. That's March. 67.56 is last. And let's bring them. We've got a minute and a half for Mr. Ted Seifried, Zaner Ag Hedge. Ted, I took up a little time doing the show promo, so you got about a minute and 30 seconds.
All right, look at you, corn. Wow, corn, rather strong, leading the way higher. I could have made the argument that I thought it should be wheat leading the way higher with the winter kill threats for the umpteenth time so far this year with no snow coverage, but corn really leading the way. Highest we've traded since mid-late June. Back above $5 in the March contract. Yeah, looking really good. We've got some concerns about the Argentinian forecast going back dry again. The models are in disagreement, but there are some that look really rather dry at the end of this month into next month. That is a concern. We'd like to get that Argentinian problem sort of out of the way, but it just seems to be lingering. And then look at our export inspections. They're really, really good. They continue to be really good. So it continues to build the argument that the USDA is going to have to increase exports and therefore lower our U.S. carryover, domestic carryover. So, that all equates to new highs in corn. Again, wheat following along as well, really everything following along. But, I think wheat has some upside potential, trading over the 200-day moving average for the first time in the history of the contract, the March contract. But, I've said it a couple of times. I really like to look at that wheat chart. It just happens to be wheat. So I, kind of take that with a little bit of grain of salt. And then beans following too, although beans look like the reluctant follower. If they had their way, they might try to go lower. But either way, there's a lot of green on the board today. It's good looking for a start to the week, even though it's Tuesday. And yeah, we'll see how the week progresses and certainly be paying very close attention to that South American weather.
You're a true professional, sir. You just went over by only about 5 seconds. That's pretty good. So, well done. You can tell you've done this before. All right, brother, stay right there. We're going to go away. You need to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more with Ted Seifried about the livestock. Well, the guy wearing a livestock jacket. We'll be right back right after this. All right, welcome back. Let's talk about some livestock, right? We haven't done that. It's the last time, too, by the way. let's get right into it and see what we've got going on. I've got a live cattle board pulled up. I did that over break. We've got April down 22 cents to 194.02, but as we go out the deferreds, we slowly do better. But we're not talking very much here. 15 cents better in June, all the way out to October. That's up 57 cents. The price there is 190.77. So we're anywhere between 22 cents lower to 57 cents higher, around unchanged in live cattle. That's April all the way out to October. Let's move up to feeders and see what they've got going on there. We were about $3 higher in the front month, and we still are. Actually, tacked on a little bit here. $3.37 higher in March to $269.72. 27 cents off the high of the day, and we've had a $3.50 range, so that's pretty good going. We got a May board up $2.37 to $267.37, and that too is only about, 27 cents off the high of the day. So that's feeder cattle for you. They're doing well. Anywhere between $2.25 better to $3.35 better. So that's good stuff. Then finally, this one has been outperforming all year. It's lean hogs. Today they're not that crazily higher, but still better on the day. April's up 57 cents to 93.17, and now it's up 62 cents. But you know what? That's on the low of the day, really. So we must have had a little bit of a gap open here. June's up 72 cents to 105.40. And look at this, July, 57 cents better to 105.92. All right, we've got 90 seconds left for him. Ted Seifried, Zaner MarketCast, he proved he can do it one time. Maybe he can do it twice. Have a go.
Thanks, Scott. All right, well, live cattle, we'll say, hey, we're a buck off the lows. It was a very key support level that we backed off of, but it's got to be a bit disappointing that we're down on the day. Yeah, okay, feeder cattle are higher. They are expressing some concern about the very cold temperatures that we're experiencing and will be for a little bit longer here. But, feeders are leading. Why aren't the live cattle following along? Why isn't this a better balance off of some very key support? I guess that's a bit of a red flag. You got to kind of look at that as, maybe we don't get back up and make new highs. I still think we get a bounce towards those highs again. I'm not so sure we're going to go take out those highs. A lot of it depends on economy and things like that.
Right.
And hogs keep chewing along, doing their thing. And, I like bacon, so good for them.
Right, just got more expensive, that's all. Great stuff as usual. Really appreciate your comments. Thanks for getting us started on this Tuesday, the beginning of the week. Appreciate it, Ted Seifried, Zaner MarketCast in Chicago. Bringing it back down to Suzanne just one more time.
A little thrown off that we was not a trading day yesterday as far as commodities.